my name is Olivia and I'm a student physical therapist. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing some motions to avoid and spinal precautions to maintain after having a recent spinal surgery. The main movements to avoid include no excessive bending, lifting, or twisting. I'm going to be showing some examples in day-to-day life and how to maintain these precautions. Depending on where your surgery was, it's important to avoid too much spinal bending. Excessive spinal bending can occur when you're reaching down to pick something up off the floor or even reaching to the end of the bed for your covers. When performing these activities, it's important to use a reacher to maintain your precautions. It's also important to avoid low couches and low toilets because this also has potential to cause excessive bending at the spine. Getting up from a chair is another activity that results in excessive spinal bending. To avoid this, you must keep your trunk upright by bringing your feet right underneath you and pushing up with both your arms. Depending on where your surgical site is, you should avoid excessive twisting. If you had a recent cervical surgery, you should avoid twisting your neck. This means ensuring that when you're talking to people, they're sitting right in front of you instead of to the side. If you had a recent lumbar or thoracic surgery, you should avoid twisting at your waist or upper back. To maintain this precaution, it's important that you turn your hips and your shoulders together, moving your feet instead of twisting at your waist. To do this, you can take short steps to turn around, imagining that there's a rod connecting your shoulders and hips together so that your whole body turns as one. Lastly, no lifting greater than 5 to 10 pounds. For example, a gallon of milk is about 8 pounds. This also includes no pushing or pulling, which means avoiding pulling on the handrail when climbing the stairs or excessive pushing when getting out of bed. You must avoid carrying objects that are held far away from your body, since this increases their weight and resistance on your spine, and only carry light items, always keeping them close to your body. Getting into and out of the bed is an activity where people are prone to break these precautions, as seen in this video with the excessive twisting of my spine and bending at my waist. In order to avoid breaking these precautions, it's important to use the log roll technique. Here I am showing the log roll technique, where you slowly lower your torso while elevating both your legs up onto the bed in the same motion to keep your spine in a neutral position. In the same motion, roll your legs and your back onto the bed to avoid excessive spinal twisting. To get out of the bed, you do the same thing in reverse, where you bend your knee and in the same motion, roll your torso over. Then swing your legs over the edge of the bed while lifting your trunk, again, trying to maintain a neutral spine throughout. Some helpful tips when recovering from a recent spinal surgery include frequently changing positions and alternating rest with activity to increase comfort. This means it's important to avoid prolonged sitting and standing.